Good morning, everyone. Today or this morning, I'm making a few Halloween cards, and I thought I would use my gold series and maybe make a few of them on white paper as well with the silver or gold, either one. I'm going to do the black paper with the silver, and probably the white paper I'll use the gold. So that way, just in case any of you don't have this black paper, you can definitely use the gold. You could even, if you don't have the metallics, just use your black paint, is fine as well. The black paper that I have been buying for a couple years now is the Stone Hedge Aqua Cold Press in black, and this is 140 pound 5x7 cold press. And that's what I'll be using with the silver, because I think that's really going to pop. I think the gold will show up a little bit more on the white paper, but I have used the silver. I don't have any of those in front of me right now, but the silver does show up, and it's really pretty. So I think these will make some real cute cards for my grandchildren. And the white paper that I'm using, just happened to be using today, is the Meeden Cold Press. It's the block. These are the little 5x7 sheets as well. I think this size is going to fit into my greeting cards envelopes perfectly. So that's why I chose those two, since this isn't a foldable card. All right, I've got my 2 containers of water, really important. I might even do a little short quick tip just for the real beginners. Makes a huge difference. And if you don't need these supplies, just skip forward. It won't hurt my feelings. To wash your brush, and then a separate water to rinse, because watercolors are just so transparent. If you don't get all of that paint out of your brush, it's going to carry over into your next paint. And because watercolors are so transparent, it could muddy your colors, it could show through, especially if you're going from like a bright red or a dark green to maybe a lighter, more pastel-y color, like a light yellow or something like that. And it could really make a difference in your painting, and you might not even know why. So just keeping that in mind. And I will tell you, the metallics do tend to carry over. Sometimes even if it's in your water, it'll stay in your brush. I don't mind, but many times I don't get all of the metallics out of my brush, and it will carry over into the next time I sit down to paint. Like I said, that's not a concern for me, but if you definitely are like, I don't want metallics and everything, just make sure you wash your brush. You can even use that soap I shared a while back, which is good to condition your brush anyway and keep it in nice points. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So this is the MAB Metallics. If you've been watching my channel, I've been using these for over a year. Love them. I just ordered some more of the gold because I'm almost out, and I want to have those for the holidays. I love them, and she ships really quickly. Make sure you use my discount code, because she'll give you, I believe it's 10% off. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I already sprayed these to get them activated. I put them away a little damp the other day, so they, for the first time ever, kind of popped off and stuck to the lid here. But that isn't really a norm, and I don't suggest doing that because you don't want to get mold in there. All right, so I've got that on the tip of my brush, and just light pressure so I can get a thin line. And oh, shoot, you know what? I actually wanted to do this with silver. Well, there's the gold, and you can see it shows up pretty well. But I actually wanted to use this silver because I think it'll show up a little bit better on the black paper. But as you can see, the gold shows up really well as also. So either one. Let's see here. Yeah, they both show up about the same. But for some reason, I gravitated towards the silver on my black paper. I already made a couple of these. And, you know, actually, now that I'm seeing that, you could even use both colors on here. Why not, right? Let's see. There we go. I always think these little spider webs are so fun. So just again, I'm using the tip of my brush and that's it. Just very light pressure. And then we'll do our little spider. And maybe I'm making him kind of hang down there, but look how quick and easy this is, and kids would love this. I even in the past years, and I'll grab it, I used to have a line of cards on Amazon, and let me show you what I kind of did there. It was really fun. So here's maybe another little spider web. There we go. This would actually be a fun one to do with your kids or your grandchildren because it's fairly easy and you could just draw this out for them and they could paint it. There we go. Almost done here. Let's get our little spider. And his legs, I'm just making the back legs look like they're grabbing onto the little webs. There we go. And when that dries, you could even put, if you really wanted to make it spooky, make it into a black widow and do the little hourglass in bright red. How fun would that be? Let me show you too. I was saying a minute ago, I had a card line, and on all of my paintings, originals that I would sell, because I also sold my originals, I would always put a little crystal. So look how fun that could be. Hold on. Well, I don't have that one in front of me. I think I might have given it away the other day. But anyway, I used to just take a little rhinestone and I would put it on my paintings. I used to put it right next to my initials. But how fun to put a little rhinestone like on his belly or maybe in the middle of the cobweb. I think that would be really fun. So here's one. And then, you know, if you are good at calligraphy, my gosh, you know, you could write, you could stamp with some silver ink, something like that. And then this one, let's go ahead and do this one in the gold. So I'm just gonna wash and rinse my brush. Wish I could find that other painting to show you. I think I might have given it away. Here's another one. I had 3 originals, and I don't know if you can see this, but look at all the sparkle I put on this one. I made cards from this, but here is the little rhinestone, which looks like it got knocked a little off center. But that is always really fun, especially in something that's supposed to be kind of spooky looking. To put a fun little rhinestone, I think would be really fun. Okay, so I'm going to go into my gold. Yeah, see that gold really pops on the white paper. I think a little bit more than the silver might. So just, I start with those kind of those little guidelines, and then I'll go in and start doing the little swoop-de-doos for his web. There we go. We get these spiders, I can't remember what they're called now, and they build a web overnight and they're there in the morning, and at the exact same time, every morning, they break them down. What are those spiders called, Ray? Orb spider. Orb spider, thank you. They are called orb spiders, and it's really cool. And I even started watching them because I thought it seemed like they were breaking them down about the same time every night. They come usually, and they're usually here by now. They usually come around September, but we've had unusually hot weather. But they build a web, And then in the morning, we watched them, and they walk around the edges and they disconnect. They break the edges of the web and the web just falls. It's pretty fascinating. And then I'll make the little spider coming down here. And again, you know, have fun with this little spider. You could paint him purple, red, pink. You know, I love my pinks. Like make it fun. I love taking kind of creepy things like that and making them pretty. I think that's so much fun. Like the mushrooms we all did the other day, making them bright pinks and something kind of unexpected. And fun fact, I Googled it. Spiders have 8 actual legs, but they have these 2, I think they called them mandibles or something. That's a jaw, but they called it something that is in the front. So it almost looks like I have 10 legs here, but I actually have 4 legs on each side, and then these 2 little things that come out of their mouth. Rather not think about it, but that's what that is. So anyway, there you go. I always also like kind of putting little bits and pieces of the web hanging down. I think it just, anything for me that kind of creates some unusual interest and makes somebody look twice, I think is always really fun. So there are the 2. This one on white paper. This is the Meeden block 5x7. And this is that Legion or Stonehenge. Been buying that for years. You can also make cards out of these. I quite often paint. I make all my own cards, and I paint on the Strathmore watercolor cards. And they actually come with an envelope with a deckled edge. They're really pretty. But these I just thought I'd do as a little postcard. Would be really fun to stamp something on here, which is what I will probably do. I don't have any Halloween stamps right now. Or if you're good at calligraphy, you could write something on there in a really fun way. So I hope you give that a try. Just fun little easy cards. This would also be really fun with, you know, your little ones. And if I can find some rhinestones, I might even put a rhinestone in here or 2. I think that would be really pretty as well. All right, everybody, have fun. Thanks for being here. I just love our little community. Love you guys. Love the stories you send me via email, telling me how much you appreciate things. And I hope you've been able to grab my brush set, having so much fun with them, and just loving the pictures you're sending me of you holding them, you with your boxes, you with the paintings, and telling me how they're inspiring you, which is exactly what I wanted. So happy painting, everyone. Most of all, enjoy and just keep doing what you love. And I will see you soon.